Going on YouTube? Brandon back with another video. In this video here, what I want to talk to y'all about is why I never really mess with, why I never really asked a lot of women out. The real reason why I never asked a lot of women out, because, and I know we've been down this road before. I know we've been down this road before. Why I've never really asked a lot of women out on dates. I stopped a young lady the other day at my job. I saw this young lady waving at me in the self-checkout. As she was leaving the place, I walked up behind her and asked her if I could get her number. I was like, "Excuse me, you mind if I call you sometime?" This girl told me she had a boyfriend. So I was like, "Okay, cool. You got a boyfriend. I respect that. You know. I left it as it was and I went on about my business." But the real reason, and I know I've been down this road plenty of times, because I feel that it takes a real man, to be honest and sincere and to be real with himself. The real reason why I never asked a lot of women out, because I always thought I was a loser. I've always felt deep down, that I, was a loser, that I wasn't shit. This is how I've always felt about myself as a man. I've always felt that, I was just, a certified loser, 27 years old, never had a drop of pussy, haven't had my dick sucked off, shit like that, I've just always, had a low opinion of myself. And one thing I can truly say is that I like being around other people who have a low opinion of themselves. I don't really like being around people who have a high opinion of themselves. I like being around people who feel rejected, people who feel ostracized, people who feel that the world is against them, just people who have a very poor self-image. Those are the kind of people that I enjoy being around. I got a buddy of mine that I hang out with from time to time. He feel, he felt he has certain feelings too. I mean, I've come across a lot of guys, online and even in real life, who, they just don't have a positive. I don't even want to get into being positive. They just don't have a high opinion of themselves. you know, and I feel that it takes a real man to be honest and to be sincere with himself. When it, I mean, I had a female ask me out not long ago, but, the day she asked me out, I had to work the next day, so, I couldn't even go out on this date with this girl, and that was a first for me, I had a young lady ask me out, this was a first for me, but, I feel like in life you just got to be honest and you have to be real with yourself. And I never really asked a lot of women out because I always felt that I was a damn loser. That's just being real, and that's just being honest. I've always felt that, I'm a loser. I'm not an awesome dude. I'm just a nigga who ain't shit. I've always felt that way about myself, and I know, that I'm a nice guy. I know that I'm a good-hearted person, but I've never had a high opinion of myself. I've always felt, that I was a failure and just an outcast and just a nobody. I never had, a high opinion of myself. But, it take a real man to be honest with himself, you know. And, I know I've been down this road before, but I mean, I can honestly say I always felt that I was a loser. That's the main reason why I never fucked with too many bitches. I always felt, you know what, I ain't no boss type nigga. I'm a certified loser. That's what I've always felt deep down, about myself. And this is a big reason to why, I just never really pursued a lot of women. Because I always felt, that, I'm a loser, I'm just not worth a damn, you know. And that was always my opinion of myself. That was how I always felt deep down inside. You know, I always felt like an outcast, and I always felt, just like a nigga who ain't worth a damn. You know, and that's a big reason to why I never pursued a lot of women, because I always felt, you know what, I ain't shit. I ain't shit. And I mean, that's just being real. That's just being honest, and that's just being sincere. You know, that's how I've always felt. And I feel that, it takes a real man to be honest with himself. It takes a real man to be honest with himself. And I know for a fact that I'm a real man because I'm honest with myself. I'm very honest with myself. Always have been. But when it's all said and done, it is what it is. It is what it is. But the real reason why I never pursued a lot of women is because I always felt that I was a loser. I'm not a boss type nigga. I always felt that I wasn't worth a damn. I mean, that's just how I've always felt. Even though I'm trying, to pursue more women as of now, you know, I'm making progress, so I will give myself credit where it's due. But I know the real reason to why I never pursued a lot of women. Because I always felt that I was a loser, and I always felt that I just wasn't worth a damn. And that's the honest to God truth. Why I never really, asked a lot of women out. Because number one, I never believed that I was capable of getting a girl. I never had faith in myself. I never believed in myself. Never thought shit of myself. I always felt that I was just a nigga who wasn't worth a damn. Just a nigga who wasn't worth a damn. I've always felt this way. And I like being around other people who have a low opinion of themselves. I don't like being around people who have a high opinion of themselves. Because, there's an old saying, birds of a feather flock together. You are who you associate with. And I'm not a firm believer in conspiracy. I don't believe in the whole idea of opposites attracting. I believe people who are like attract. I'm a firm believer that like energy attracts like energy. You are what you attract. And that's real. you know so it goes back to the old saying, birds of a feather flock together. So it just takes a real man to be honest with himself. And so many men have so much pride, to where they'll never be honest with themselves. But I'm honest with myself, because when it's all said and done, I really don't give a damn. I really and truly don't give a damn. But I just wanted to make this video to clarify certain things on, Just being real with myself and being real with the world, the real reason to why I never pursued a lot of women, you know, even though I'm making progress as of now, you know, I just have to be honest with myself. You got to keep it real with yourself, you know. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Peace.